Welcome everyone to the Knockout episode 14. We are one away from the championship match. Hopefully my internet is good this time. Last time I was on the internet, it was very finicky. So hopefully, since I'm hosting, it doesn't cause a problem. Anyway, we had a very fun match planned and a lot of trash talk building up to the week here. So I'm very excited. Please welcome, arguing for Loki, UnrulySimion. Welcome to the semifinales.
Vote Loki. In your heart, you know he's right.
And the lovely ladies arguing Sabertooth.
Hello. How are you?
Nice. Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, that was just perfect. All right. So, the winner of this match gets to go up against Loki.
I think that pretty much says it all. Game, set, and match, baby.
I have been left in that condition, and it wasn't the result of a fight, is all I'm going to say.
Oh,
no. All right. So, we have a little bit of a time crunch today because Unruly has other obligations at the top of the hour, so we will just go ahead and jump right down to business. As usual, you both get one challenge each and all that. How you want to do it, describe. Maybe Unruly wants to challenge the background of the ladies, but it's up to him.
I love it.
So very good. So I look forward to this. These ladies offer some very good points, and Loki is a barrel of monkeys and a lot of fun. So let's get things started, Unruly, with your opening statement.
Ding, ding.
Let me see if you can see this. I just want to show you what Loki versus Sabertooth would be like.
Uh-oh.
Twist it a little bit. It was good for a while there. Okay, hold it there.
Okay, that looks like Bambi. Oh, God.
It's 1 minute and 30 seconds.
So this is your opening gambit?
This is my opening argument. And this is about 4 times as long as a fight between Loki and Sabertooth.
Whatever.
So if I just hope you realize that in this scenario, Bambi is Sabertooth.
Okay.
Well, all I see is Marv Newland.
Yeah, so far very unimpressed. Saw that going a mile away, not gonna lie.
Nice.
That is how it would play out. Let's be real.
Well, I don't think so.
All right, ladies, I guess it's your turn.
All right, I led the charge last time, so you go first.
Okay, well, first and foremost, we would like to give a shout out to our former opponent, Rob, who we were up against twice. Today is his birthday. So a very, very happy birthday to him. I hope he's having a wonderful, wonderful day. So the main thing that I want to point out, I know that everybody's like, oh, Loki's a god. Oh, and Sabertooth, he's so lame. Well, I don't know if y'all know this, but Loki is allergic to adamantium. And that would be pretty bad if they were in like a physical fight. And Victor Creed, he has telepathic immunity, which means that all the tricks that Loki would want to play on him wouldn't work at all. Oh, get wrecked. So, that's our opening gambit, because he's super fast, he's super strong, and Loki is kind of a weenie. I mean, he's got the magic and he's got the tricks and stuff, but he's physically just kind of a weenie.
There's a reason why he gets beat up a lot. I mean,
very, very cool. Well, have at it, you two. So what do you think to that, Unruly?
He gets beat up by the Hulk and Thor. Pretty much no one else can take him. I mean, he can bench press like 20 tons. That's not exactly a weenie. And I call foul allergic to adamantium. Where'd you make that up at?
I didn't, actually.
It's a real fact.
It. Yeah, no, we found like this whole list. I have like a whole list of things.
We can even give you the website.
Pros and
I still don't believe you. You made up the website.
Whatever. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, I mean, they both have similar attributes. Like they both have healing. You know, and Loki can fly. Obviously, our dude can't fly. But you know, if Loki was to try to do some sort of, you know, trickery,
illusion, yeah.
Well, Victor could just smell it because he could smell that it was not real. He could smell that it was an illusion. You know, so he wouldn't be able to trick him that way.
No, but you know how he could trick him? Victor's a dumbass. He's got an IQ of about 85.
That's actually not true. He has a genius level intellect.
Which we didn't know going into previous rounds.
No, we pretty much thought he was a dumbass too. But according to this, he has a genius level intellect. He is a master tracker and he's a marksman. Yes.
Yeah.
So he's a badass.
Well, you know, Loki has spent millennia fooling the gods of Asgard. I'm fairly certain he can take Victor.
The same marks over and over again, though. Come on.
This is true. This is true. But remember, Victor also works for Magneto, and Magneto could crush Loki just like that. And I think Magneto would be pretty ticked if his main dude was brought down. So, you know, I mean, all Victor has to say is, hey, yo, Magneto, I'm in trouble, or, you know, whatever. And crush, squish.
So now we're already so pathetic. We're calling in outside help.
I am merely saying that should Victor. What's that? I'm sorry.
Loki will just bring in Thor. Game, set, over.
Thor would not pick up that fight. There's no way.
Well, I mean,
given their history, and it's not just in the MCU, in the comics, they've been on again, off again buddies.
That's
of course,
Loki's
always going to revert to his ugly, nasty, scheming self.
This is true.
But he does manage to fool them just enough. But leave out Magneto, leave out Thor. All Loki's got to do is swoop in, grab Victor by the heel, and hurl him into space. Adamantium don't help in no vacuum, baby.
Well, I mean, but if he were to grab him, Victor would still have enough time to reach around and claw the crap out of him. Yeah. And that is one of Loki's weaknesses.
Physical weaknesses is pointy
objects.
Yes. Fire, magic, none of that works. But physical pointy objects.
Piercing objects. And adamantium claws are definitely very piercing.
Yes.
I'm fairly certain everyone's weakness is sharp objects.
This is very true. This is very, very true. But since we know that he's allergic to adamantium, that would definitely give Victor kind of a little bit.
I'm allergic to cold, yet I work in the winter. He could handle a scratch or two whilst hurtling him into the cosmos.
But see, Loki becomes fatigued very easily. That is why he usually relies on illusion magic. Yes, but because that can't work on Creed,
it's not.
No. Shush. He would have to.
You're a sassy little thing.
Hey, I'm not done yet. He would have to rely on physical combat, but because of that, he would become fatigued way too quickly, and Sabertooth could overpower him. This is why he gets beat up so much. He becomes fatigued to the point where he's immobile for 30 minutes. I mean, come on.
Okay, all right. What do you got, Unruly?
No, you're saying it's a given that Victor could see through his illusions. I don't buy that. Not for a second. Victor ain't.
Well, no, I would agree there.
Victor doesn't have a freaking magic doesn't fool me pass. Loki's magic.
Not to argue.
But he does have a sense of smell, you know. So if you if you were,
I didn't realize that magic was smellable.
Well, he has hypersenses.
Could you? Okay, if you're looking at a hologram, could you smell the sweat on a hologram? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
No, but in illusion, you can throw in the smells and the taste.
Oh, whatever. Illusion is visual. Illusion is not scent glands. I
you're
now.
magic, you can make an illusion be whatever you want.
Well, I mean, he could create, let's say, even a world. Okay, let's say that Loki could create kind of like a holodeck on Star Trek. You know what I mean? Where it's like a whole entire scenario. But I think because of Victor Creed's heightened senses, hearing, smell, all those different senses, I don't think he would really buy into whatever the illusion is because it isn't real, and his heightened senses would be able to realize that. I mean, he's almost psychic with the senses that he has.
And yet a drunken reprobate like Logan manages to beat him every time. Let's face it, Loki could take Logan and Sabertooth and crush them with one palm.
But according to the website we read, Loki would lose to Wolverine.
He's actually afraid to fight Wolverine.
When they did a team up, he was afraid of Wolverine. And since Sabertooth and Wolverine are awfully close, Sabertooth would win.
Exactly.
Sabertooth and Wolverine are awfully close.
Well,
both have
physically,
adamantium skeletons,
they have
strength level,
hyper healing, supernatural senses.
Yeah, the only difference between them is Wolverine can shoot his claws out, whereas Sabertooth's claws are like actually in his nails.
His
Yeah.
Well, and Victor Creed is like 8 feet tall.
I'll just have to, I guess, admit defeat to this website. I mean, I've only got 40 years of reading the actual comics to draw.
Oh my gosh. Well, apparently you haven't seen the Team Up comic strip where they actually talk about all this, because the website that we found actually pulls off of a comic strip where they had teamed up together in a time of crisis, and it's like Loki's like internal dialogue, like thinking all these things
with Wolverine, not with Sabertooth.
Yeah, with Wolverine. Yeah. But that's why it lists all these things, and that's why he plays nice for the team up. It's because he knows that Logan could take him on. Yeah.
Well, and I did actually look for any kind of physical crossovers between the two, and I couldn't find any.
Yeah.
Well, I know Marvel Team Up hadn't been published since Rena was about -8.
What you got against that?
I got nothing other than I mean the only other point that I have here that was significant was that Loki lacks emotional balance. He lacks self-reflection. So that's why, he makes bad decisions and then could make the same bad decision again in the future. He gets distracted very easily. Like, his character is someone who ooh, shiny. They even describe that, or they show that a little bit, like in the Avengers movies, because like he'll switch from, fighting to, talking banter with Tony, or,
you sly dog.
You
got me monologuing.
His emotional imbalance can be
huge ego.
And huge ego can be detrimental when Sabertooth's only focus is to kill the target.
Yeah, I think Loki does seem too smart for his own good, whereas Sabertooth does seem focused enough based on his hunting as a predator kind of thing. It does seem a little more edge as far as that. Loki might very well be smarter, but Sabertooth does seem more focused at times.
Loki's avarice is always going to be his downfall. But see, here's the deal. Y'all are thinking like this is going to be some head-to-head confrontation. Loki knows all this, and he never goes head-to-head unless he's doing it to gloat and the victory is at hand. He's going to sneak up on Sabertooth and push him off a cliff. And then when he's laying at the bottom of that 1,000-foot gorge all broken, then he's going to pick him up and hurl him into space.
My God. Okay, he's not Thor. He doesn't whip around and hurl something.
He's the little frost giant.
He's still butt-ass strong.
He is very strong. That is true. That is one of the things. He has longevity, stamina, and super strength. So, I mean, that is definitely one of Loki's attributes. But I mean, then again, you say he's going to sneak up on Sabertooth and push him off a cliff.
Yeah, we've already debunked that.
Well, Sabertooth has,
He's
super
gonna
hearing.
put
He can hear him
Sabertooth in
coming.
a bad situation and come swooping in flying. No one. I don't care how good your sense of smell is. You can't smell somebody flying at you 600 miles an hour. No one's fucking nasal receptors are that keen.
Well, that's true. That's true. But even if he was to push him off of a cliff and he's laying there all,
he would just heal.
He would just heal like that, and he could get back up and just fight another day.
That healing
you can't kill him.
is not instantaneous. Not
well, no.
And the worst
sometimes it is.
The longer it takes them to heal.
Have you not seen when it just pushes a bullet out of their head? I mean, that was pretty quick. Okay, like.
No.
Well,
listen,
I mean, unless you
I'm
pushed him
not
off a
talking
cliff
MCU.
into water.
I'm not
That'd
talking
be
MCU.
crazy.
I'm talking the comics. In the comics,
True.
it takes a minute.
Yeah. No, I mean, it would definitely take him a while to heal. But, I mean, if he did push him off the cliff and he was laying there all, Loki would still have to come down and get close enough to put in the final, like, death stroke, with the magical sword if he could find it.
Now, it seems like Loki's only advantage would be to fight this from a distance. Up close, I would bet more of my money on animalistic like abilities than Loki's. At least that would be my sense of things.
And he would have to throw stuff at Victor. But Victor could bob and weave.
You can dodge a rock, you can dodge a ball.
There you go. There you go. So, I mean, if he can't fight him in hand to hand and he would try to throw things at him, but Victor could kind of weave around, I don't know. I mean,
he's gonna throw his body at him at 7,000 miles an hour. With that horned helmet.
Only 7,000?
That would hurt.
All Victor has to do is put out his claws while Loki's coming at him and goes right through like a kebab or something.
A kebab?
He's not going to come at him from the front. He's Loki. He's sneaky. Victor's never going to see it coming. Victor's just going to be walking along thinking bad guy thoughts, ooh, what bank am I going to rob today? When wham, boom, ping, he's done. Just like
I love those little bad guy strolls.
Like from Spider-Man 3 when you just got him down the street.
I could see Victor doing that. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. All right,
Logan, check your sources.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm running out of stuff here.
I mean, there's only so many ways we can tell you how Loki would lose. I mean,
there's only so many false ways you can tell me how Loki would lose.
So far, all you've done is say that he'd hurdle at him at at a mock speed and throw him into space. Give us another option here, man.
Yeah. I've heard stab him with his helmet.
Options.
I've heard stab him with his helmet and throw him. That's enough.
Well, and even if
it's simple, it's foolproof.
Yeah, but even if you threw him into space, he still wouldn't die. He would still be alive.
He would just eventually come back down.
No. You don't live in space, and oxygen deprivation can kill both Logan and Sabertooth.
Well, that's true.
You can't bring back you.
Loki wouldn't do that, though. He's too egotistical for that.
His ego wouldn't allow that.
He wouldn't just flick him aside.
He's not.
What?
I'm in control of Loki. Loki is going according
no. This is a hypothetical. If they went head to head, there is no order taking, nor the fact Loki would take orders. Okay, Sabertooth maybe, but Loki wouldn't. He would have too much pride to take orders.
Loki's not taking orders. It's like being John Malkovich. I walk down the tunnel and poof, I'm in Loki's head.
Oh my gosh. I see. Well, I mean, if Loki's gonna, do what you say, then we're bringing Magneto back into the picture. And before he flies out, Magneto's gonna catch him and bring him back down.
Then you know what? I'm going to schedule this fight for a time when Loki's on everybody's good side in Asgard.
No.
I'm gonna go to the throne room and say, "Hey, Dad, this damn mutant down there is talking smack. And bring the whole host of Asgard.
Oh man, we'd be so screwed.
With their metal armors. With their metal armor, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Magneto versus metal armor. I mean,
It's mystical metal. Magneto can't affect
metal is metal.
Mystical metal.
Whatever.
That's the biggest load if I've ever heard.
Hey, Dad, these mutants down here are talking smack. And by the way, we got to fight them naked.
Oh God.
A side of bacon.
No, we gotta find them naked.
Oh wow! I thought he said bacon. Oh no! Well, I mean, and that is actually one thing. Our guy is naked. His guy needs a cloak of protection.
Yeah.
And a helmet to protect his head.
How
Whereas,
heavy do you think that
I mean,
helmet
our
is?
guy is just in the raw, kicking everybody's butt. You know, I mean, you're pretty much a badass when you're in the raw, just like ripping it up. You know.
But it does come down to mortal and someone who's been alive for uncounted millennia going through these kinds of challenges. You cannot discount experience. And like I keep saying, Sabertooth, you say Loki gets his ass kicked? Sabertooth loses every time he goes out. Loki's actually taken over Asgard a time or two.
This is true. This is true. But he always loses in the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's egotistical and he's lazy and blah blah blah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that was way back in A Journey of Mystery. I vaguely remember that, Russ.
Cool.
Nice.
And did he lift it or did he redirect it when Thor threw it? I can't remember.
If it's his power, it counts as lifting it. That's all I'm saying. That's my point on what just because it's not a hand to handle doesn't mean it's any different. But that's my opinion. I should have been a lawyer.
Well, I mean, so we've got that our guy is naked and still a badass. And his guy needs a protective of cloak and a helmet, and his guy needs magic, whereas our guy can just shred him.
He's still allergic to adamantium.
Yeah,
I mean,
our guy is physically able to just
done.
My guy needs magic. All right, your guy needs the mutant gene.
True.
Potato, potato.
But he was
Touche.
born with the mutant
Well,
gene.
yeah, but Loki
And
was
Loki
technically
was born a god.
born.
All right. You want to go there? What if they were both just humans? Our guy still is a tracker and a hunter, whereas Loki would have his smarts, but how good would that do him without the illusion magic? You got an expert marksman and a tracker hunting after a mortal Loki. You'd still lose.
If Loki was just a human, he'd be controlling a vast criminal empire, and he'd just send all his goons after this goon. Because that's all Sabertooth is a glorified goon.
True enough.
I have spoken.
Hey.
All right, that's it. Voting starts now. I'm just kidding. He has spoken, obviously, as we're done.
Well, I mean, they're both kind of goons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just level of goonness, I guess. Happy birthday, Rob!
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Rob. You don't look a day over 29.
Well, today is his 29th birthday. How'd you know? It's amazing.
Well, I'll guess.
Spot on. Spot on.
So, do we have any other fresh arguments we want to do, or do we want to do wrapping things up?
I don't have anything fresh.
They actually researched. I'm just winging it.
Just like Loki, so arrogant you don't think you have to prepare.
Well, I mean, we are looking at a god versus a mortal. That is a valid point, which is why we had to actually do research
and
to try to save our bacon. That's where the bacon comes in. Yes, we had to. Yes. So, let's face it, Loki is a god, and he is super powerful, but he is not invulnerable. He does have weaknesses, and he is his own worst enemy. So I think he would get in his own way. his own ego would trip him up, and Creed would swoop in and that'd be the end.
Hey, who is the winner going against?
Bloodshot. The winner goes up against Bloodshot
Never even heard of
I don't know
Bloodshot.
who
I
that
have
is.
no
I
idea
have
who
to Google
Bloodshot
that
is.
now.
from Valiant Comics. So
Wow, that's an interesting matchup. Whichever one of us goes up
Yeah,
against Bloodshot.
so I
I
look
don't know
forward
a
to.
lot about him either, but I know I've read a few.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and go to closing arguments? Unruly, take it away with yours.
My closing argument is the same as my opening argument.
Oh gosh.
It would be the equivalent of Godzilla versus Bambi. It would just be ugly. It would be as if though the Hulk wandered into a maternity wing. Really?
Oh, gosh.
man.
Thanks for that picture.
And that's all I got.
All right, ladies, what does Sabertooth have to say?
That's what we have to say. Right. No, like I said before, I think that his ego would get in his way. And Victor Creed, he is a hunter, he is a tracker, he can heal really fast. I think that if they were in hand-to-hand combat, I think that Creed would win.
Yeah.
And I don't think that illusions would trip him up. He's immune to telepathic powers. His hyper sense of smell would let him know if Loki was coming near him.
Yeah.
I think that although Loki can fly and he is a god, I think that if it came to hand, I think our boy would win.
There you go.
Very, very good. Well, this has been a very fun matchup. Of course, I knew it was coming the whole week coming on when you guys are talking smack. Oh, yeah. Here's a picture of Sabertooth and Loki. He's like, oh.
That was an awfully cute picture of Loki. I hope you don't mind. I went onto your Instagram and stole it.
Well, he's an awfully cute boy.
He is a cute boy.
Yeah. Well, my wife's boy, Thor, would win. I'm just saying.
Come here, say hello. Say hello. Look, say hello.
Hey, Loki! Who's a good boy?
Nice. All right, so everyone go and vote now if you haven't already voted. In about a minute or two, we'll bring the results live, and we'll see who's going to the championship match to face against Bloodshot of season 2.
Guy we've never even heard of. Yeah.
So how many more rounds are there? It's got to be in and out, really.
One more for the championship round after this matchup. So,
Well, who did y'all beat last time? I watched it. I don't remember.
Reverse Flash.
Oh, and it was Rob again. We got Rob twice.
Poor Rob.
You beat Reverse Flash and you beat Loki. You'll definitely beat Deadshot.
Really?
Without a doubt.
So we just need to find a compromising photo of him and we'll do good.
Yeah.
Is it Bloodshot or Deadshot?
Bloodshot.
You'll crush
I
it.
need to write that down.
Apparently, there's a Vin Diesel movie about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we can watch a Vin Diesel
Yeah,
movie?
we get to watch
We
a
can watch a Vin
movie.
Diesel movie.
Well, this has definitely been a fun matchup. It was a lot of fun. So it turns out I made a slight oopsie error when scheduling this. I set it for 7:15 a.m. instead of p.m.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, oh, oops.
Yeah, that's why I sent that message, because I
was
said
like,
to Rena, I'm like,
"No."
what time does he go live? And she's like, he went live at 7:15 a.m. And we were like, ah!
I didn't realize it said 7:15 a.m. It just said waiting, and I was like, wait, is he waiting for us? Do we need to get ready?
Yeah, no, I've done that a couple of times where I've gone like, oh, I wrong button. I'm one letter off. The A or the C.
When you plan it 5 days in advance, though, I mean, at least you've got your act together to get it up that early.
Right.
We're doing it that morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing good.
Well, I still make mistakes. All right, let's go ahead and go share the screen, and we'll see who is coming up.
Hat for luck.
Hat for luck. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Screen up. All right. Drum roll says Sabertooth 16.
Yay!
Loki 6. It was a kill.
I'm sorry, Unruly.
Loki demands a recount.
Well, talk to Southern. Apparently, he's ahead of the recount. So. All right. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Well,
So, yeah.
I will be here to root y'all on against Bloodshot.
Oh, well,
Thank
thank
you.
you. This was a lot of fun. The most fun I have had is just talking smack with you all week on Instagram. Your posts have been amazing. I've enjoyed those a great deal.
Yeah. So next up, like I said, sometime here, the championship matchup between Bloodshot and Sabertooth. So should be very fun. And with these ladies involved, there's gonna be a lot of smack talking beforehand. So I look forward to that. So.
And who are we up against?
Bloodshot.
No. The actual.
His channel is the Comic Collector.
Tim.
Yeah, or yeah, Taylor D's or anyway. I'll do a whole group thing on Instagram so you can have or whatever. Just so
Okay.
It's definitely fun. So yeah. So it's Comic Collector spelled with K's instead of C's. So it's
Okay.
So,
Great.
He has his profile picture that I use is like a picture of the painted Joker face kind of thing from
Okay.
Phoenix movie. So, a lot of fun.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So look forward to a lot of fun. So congratulations, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on again. It's always so much fun. We enjoy it.
Yes, very good. And
Unruly,
you were so close.
Matt's not going to want us back next season.
No, you're more than welcome to. You guys are a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you.
So
it's our nerdy note taking and our
I got like notes in my phone.
We're dorks.
Yeah. So Loki, Unruly, close but no cigar. Thank you very much for joining for the season. You're more than welcome to be back next season too, of course. Since I have no idea who wants to be involved, I'm always going back to old volunteers. Hey, you guys want to be in the firing squad again? So always a lot of fun. So you're more than welcome to be back next season when we do the Powerhouse season. So a bunch of power players like Superman, Green Lantern, people with muscle behind them.
So wow, you need Super Rust for Superman. I think that would be perfect.
Well, I definitely plan on having Superman back into that season since he unfairly lost last season twice. It's like, man, I got.
How did he lose against?
Well, I faced off against Lady Fantastic and Thor. So apparently Thor was very popular for some reason.
He lost Thor?
I think there's actually like studies about that, like who would win in a fight, Superman or Thor.
Yeah,
I can't help but think that was just a Lady F like juju thing. Yeah.
And then with John's comments with kids, when it was teams, I had them pick a single player to go, single player moving forward. He chose Superman to go up against Darkseid, and Superman lost again. So I was like, So I was like, not fair.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, especially since they're mortal enemies too.
Right.
Like,
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, a lot of fun. So let me get this banner off there. There we go. All right. So I'll contact you ladies and Comic Collector so we can try and schedule that matchup for the championship round. We won't do it too soon. That way you have time to prepare your arguments. So look forward to it a lot. Unruly, thank you very much. Go to both these channels, sub them up, like them up. Follow these guys. They're a lot of fun. So do either you want to shout something out before we go?
15 minutes. I will be on JP's channel. We're reviewing the first 13 issues of Invincible.
Very cool.
And that's on JP Budget Collection, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. All right.
Very cool.
We will be there.
Yeah. All right, ladies. Anything up with you? Oh, either of you?
She has a book signing this Saturday. She'll be in Salida, Colorado. So if you guys are in Salida, Colorado, go say hi. Yeah. What's the name of the bookstore?
The Bookhaven.
The Bookhaven. That's right. So she will be giving her first ever book talk. So she's going to do what?
Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So she's got a 20-minute spiel that she's going to be giving. And so this will be her first book talk to an audience. So she's done signings.
I've done interviews, I've done signings, but I have not been a presenter.
This is her first live in front of like A whole
And-
street of people.
And if you guys if there was ever any video footage of how I deal with presenting like debates in high school, this is not going to go well.
She's gonna do awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, apparently your number one fan wants to be there. So very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I promise you, I've had to stand up and speak dozens of times in front of 10 people or a couple of hundred. The first time you're going to be nervous, halfway through it, you'll hit your stride and it'll never be a problem again.
Really?
Yeah.
So there you go. So when you do the one in Florida that you're going to, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
That's my biggest problem when I did things in school, or even the first season when it was me arguing the other half of the team, and at least the first round, I always felt just nervous and I was always talking too fast, it felt like, and I always forgot half my points because I was really trying to not sound like I was an idiot, which is very hard to do. But I guess practice makes perfect in that regard. You just need to do it more often, I guess. So maybe that's one of the reasons why I can never be in politics. I'm not very comfortable in front of crowds. I'm the behind the scenes person.
Very few people are, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be the chief of staff behind the scenes kind of thing. But
There
I wouldn't
you
be
go.
Right?
There
Yeah.
you go. Nice.
Yeah, so all right.
Who wants to be in charge of other people? I can barely run my life. There's no way I'm going to be telling the American people what to do.
Would you really, Matt? Oh my gosh, no way. No way.
Oh, I'd love to tell people what to do.
Well, that's probably why you're a good dad, right?
I don't think the vote's in yet.
Aw, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are.
No, I say no. Before, when it first started out, when I was still dating his mom and all that, is you should marry Matt. He'd be the best dad. And it was like, well, why'd you marry him?
Oh no! Oh my gosh, you're so
a little authority, and apparently, it just sucks now.
Oh, I don't think so. Oh my gosh, you're so funny.
Well,
I can let you go on. Really, I know you got to go to your next show.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care, everyone. Please stop by.
Bye.
Yep, and see you guys for the championship matchup. Have a good night, everyone.
Mwah, mwah.